Vous voulez faire du sport?
Vous dépensez.
Apprendre à aider.
Vous voulez découvrir?
Défense Tactique, c'est un club de professionnels avant tout.
Rejoignez notre club.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on the web TV Sport, le billet en image LBEI, to follow this final of the European Championships. I'm really happy to comment all this week, and I hope you enjoy it. But I couldn't speak in English, comment in English all the time, sorry. But this time you will have some English comments with Likendal in Kisborough when they're back. They're gonna be back in a few minutes, so I am with Fabien, my friend Fabien, for the moment, and I wish you a very good final with us. Thanks.
So, Dylan versus Carl Sutton on table one. And Carl Sutton breaks.
Nothing in, free table, and Mr. Leary on the table. I think it's difficult to say who is the favorite in this match. On the paper, maybe Carl Sutton is in a great form, and he just won the titles with the English team, which is good for the head. Leary is going to take yellows. That's a good shot, but a yellow is stuck on the black.
c'est possible d'aller chercher ça tout de suite, peut-être. On va voir ce qu'il va faire.
You can see this yellow near the pocket, so it's okay. You got options. The main problem is the red ball, the black and the yellow ball. And it can maybe develop it with the yellow in the middle. Or maybe it can develop it later, because it's maybe dangerous to develop these three balls with the yellow of the middle, because you need to keep the control of the cue ball. Good angle, nice shot. I think he's really good to. He's in a good position. Now, very important shot, next one.
Donc la replace va être compliquée parce qu'il va peut-être... est-ce qu'il va aller chercher ou se replacer pour dégager avec la jaune qui est au milieu? Et il va
Key
dégager
shots.
maintenant.
Voilà. As I said, it's the way to develop the table, but you still have one problem with yellow near the red.
Donc c'est jaune qui passe au fond. C'est, je pense...
Et regarde si ça passe au milieu aussi. He's looking this yellow against the red ball. If it can go in the middle, in the right middle. Great shot. Perfect shot. That's really a perfect shot. Perfect way to start this match for Leary.
Peut-être Dodger aurait retiré de cette jaune qui était au milieu. Il est parti tout de suite sur la jaune en bas pour dégager ses deux billes. On voit qu'il y a du niveau.
Oui, ça joue. It's gonna be 1-0 for Dylan Leary. He's really concentrated. Great game by Mr. Leary, and Carl Sutton knows he's going to play really well to beat this Irishman. And you can see information about both players now on the screen.
Ah bah, j'étais en train de regarder. Donc bien parfait pour la réaction tout ça. Donc on voit Dylan Leary 47 ans. Ouais, ça fait 3 ans qu'il joue. Ouais, mais voilà, ex-snooker professionnel.
C'est un ancien pro de snooker, ouais. On l'a dit tout à l'heure. Et il a été, je crois, on m'a dit, pendant 8 ans professionnel de snooker. Il a gagné des tournois majeurs aussi. Enfin bon, c'est quelqu'un qui sait jouer au billard. Et rien que cette première partie, ça nous prouve d'entrée. De toute façon, il est en finale des championnats d'Europe. Donc. Et c'est à lui la casse. Not a really open game after this break. Many work to do for Carl Sutton. He's gonna playing on yellows, I think. If he's waiting for the lady playing besides. If he's waiting, I think he's going to make yellow on yellow. Il va faire bi sur bi. Prendre les jaunes, s'il réussit ce coup-là, c'est presque le key shot. Derrière, il n'y a pas de grosses difficultés. Voilà, c'est fait. Et maintenant, c'est un petit travail d'orfèvre, hein, mais ça devrait pas lui poser de problème. On l'a vu enfermer des plus durs toute la semaine.
Ah oui. Donc qui fait souvent le coup juste, hein. Il n'y a pas grand chose à redire. Hein. Alors est-ce qu'on va rester juste sur cette table-ci ou est-ce qu'on va switcher?
On ne switche pas. On reste sur la table des hommes, la table finale. Yes. The problem is where the black ball is going to finish if he plays this yellow. So he changed his mind.
Ouais, attention, c'est pour ça qu'il joue pas ce coup-là d'embarquer la noire dans un endroit où elle serait bloquée.
Exact.
Compliqué à aller jouer derrière.
Il a préféré jouer au fond, c'est très bien joué. Well played. Pour un joueur comme lui, il ne devrait pas y avoir trop de problèmes maintenant. Mais il est très appliqué, très attentif. Il a le retour sur la dernière jaune, sur la bille qui sera peut-être la dernière jaune. Ou alors il va la jouer après, la bille qui est à côté de la noire. Je sais pas. Je ne suis pas dans sa tête, mais... Ouais.
Donc là, il va certainement essayer de jouer cette jaune sur la gauche, en bas à gauche.
Et de se débarrasser de la jaune qui est à côté de la noire.
Remonter voilà, avec une ou deux bandes.
Il a l'angle nécessaire.
Ah ouais, il est bien.
Et là, il y a... Et là, il y a Fabien qui vient de laisser sa place à James Kirk. Hi, James.
Nice to be here, Didier.
Yeah, so we met yesterday night. Can you present yourself to all the web TV spectators?
Nice to join you all viewers. James Kirk
Thanks.
from Channel Islands,
Yeah.
coming here from European Championships 2016.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
How old are you?
I am 24. Just
24.
24.
Okay.
Still a young one.
Yes.
Coming through the ranks over the years.
Okay. Pleased to meet you. I'm happy to comment a few minutes with you because we are waiting Keith and Lee Kendall for the rest of the match.
Yes.
And as you can see, there is one kneel for Dylan Leary.
Played very well.
Have you seen the first game from him?
Front row seat there.
Okay.
It's set to be a very, very good standard.
Yeah, good start.
Yes, two amazing players going at it here.
And this table is going to be really beautiful too, if he...
Yeah. Carl's a bit unlucky there.
Not unlucky, but not enough.
Yes,
strong.
and didn't cue through it enough, unfortunately.
And Keith Brewer just arrived. So James, I'm sorry. It was a short time with us, but
very happy, and
it was short time.
it was a pleasure to be here.
Yeah,
Even for this short
even
amount
2
of
minutes.
time.
Even
2
2 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
See you later. I'm sorry of this short time, but we have many
That's
people who want to comment this event. So
That's fine.
I'm waiting for Keith Brewer now.
Yeah.
Thank you, James. See you. Ça marche. Ça marche. C'est bon. Hi, Keith. Mr. Brewer is in the place with us today to comment this match, this final between Irishman and Englishman. How are you, Keith?
I'm very well, thanks. Thanks for having me over.
Thanks to you. It's a great pleasure to have you. I never commented any match with you.
No.
It's the first time. You used to do this kind of exercise, so I'm really happy to have you today. And a mistake from Carl Sutton at this game. He has been in the wrong place with the cue ball on the black and he missed the black. And have you seen the first game by Leary?
I didn't see the first frame, but I've watched him play this week, and I was very impressed with him in the semi-final as well. I thought he played very well.
Very concentrated, very serious man. And he made a beautiful first game. Beautiful. Very good start. And now I think he's going to lead 2-0 if this is the last difficult shot he has on this table, I think. Because
Well, it don't matter how easy the balls might look. There's always one or two problems you've got to negotiate.
you can see people on the chat who ask questions. You can answer when you want, if you want to.
Okay.
So Jason is asking why we don't watch the other tables. Jason, it's not our decision, it's a decision of the Eepf. So we stay on the men final during all the final. Is the red ball? What would you do, Keith?
Well, he hasn't got many options here, I'm going to be honest with you. He's looking at springing this round 2 cushions, but it's very, very hard to do because the ball's likely to skid off the second cushion. To make that happen, you need to play it at the right weight. The harder you hit this shot, the more it's likely to skid. So let's see how he plays it.
For the 2 cushions, he has to play quite hard, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Missed.
Hard shot, but it wasn't a million miles away. He was trying to make the angle.
Il était un peu obligé de jouer fort ces deux bandes. Sometimes I'm going to speak French for French spectators, but we're going to stay in English mainly. And after that, I will leave you with Lee Kendall.
Oh, right. That's nice of you.
When he finishes his shower. Maybe his bath.
Could be a while then. Very, very good. So far.
2-0. A bit of pressure on Carl Sutton.
And just for the chap that's asking, there's no other score on any of the finals at the moment.
Yeah.
No other score.
The score on the other tables?
No,
I'm going to ask it.
We'll keep you updated as we go along with some of the other scores that you can't see, for the other finals going on, which are all happening at the same time.
We are waiting for the score of the other table. I cannot see from here. So be patient, please. It's coming. Are you happy of you week here, Keith?
On the whole, I am. Yeah, obviously it's nice to get the team title because we didn't win it last year. We lost to LB, the England A, lost to the England B, so we got our revenge this year.
Congrats.
So that was nice because obviously that's when we all travel out, we're travelling out as a team. So you all want to try and win the team title. There's a lot goes into it. You know, there's a whole year really. I don't know how it is for some of the other countries, but for us, we have trials to get into the team.
Yeah.
Then we have internal trials to come to each particular tournament. In this case, obviously the Europeans. It's a long process.
Yeah.
We all go through. It means a lot to us all to be here. But yeah, you know, I am happy, obviously, to win the team. I was captain in the seniors A team this year, so it was nice to get that the win under our belt.
Donc Keith vient de me dire que je lui ai demandé comment il avait trouvé sa semaine et il vient de me répondre que qu'il était très content d'avoir gagné aujourd'hui le titre en senior avec l'Angleterre, et parce qu'ils avaient échoué l'année dernière, et que c'était un long processus de qualification pour arriver à faire partie de cette équipe, et il en est le capitaine de toutes les manières. C'est une référence dans le monde du pool. Je ne pense pas que beaucoup de joueurs de pool ne connaissent pas ce monsieur. Donc voilà, on va revenir sur le match. Let's go back on the match. Leary has the occasion to lead 3-0 now. It's not easy, but there are a few problems. The red near the black and the red near the cushion on the left. Two problems with red balls.
To be fair, the way these two guys have been playing all week, you look at the table sometimes and you think there's one or two problems, and they seem to deal with them with ease.
Yeah. Carl Sutton has been terrific this week.
Yeah,
Great
he has.
games. So impressive.
He'll be happy to get this opportunity though, because he missed the easy plant into the bottom right hand pocket, and then he'd have been a bit worried. 2-0 down. He's obviously thinking, oh, can't afford to go 3-0, and he'll be happy to be back at the table.
Comme dit Keith, Carl est content de revenir à la table parce qu'après avoir raté une bille plutôt facile, il a laissé l'occasion à son adversaire, et là il rate encore une bille facile. Quite an easy shot, missed. Maybe what do you think? Maybe because he's leading, maybe because Leary is leading. Sorry. Pressure.
I was just going to say it's your opponent putting you under a little bit of pressure, isn't it? But I was still surprised to see him miss that.
Me too.
You know, after the way he's been playing, and I tell you now, the way that Dylan's been playing, I don't think he'll miss these. Be very, very surprised. This is one of them situations where the balls are nice and easy, but you've got to mind your work. It's all about cue ball control, making the finish as easy as possible for yourself.
Yep.
But I think he has a good way around the table. He's not making the decisions quickly. He's having a good look, weighing up his options, because there's always more than one option with these.
Qui vient de dire que bien sûr il y avait toujours plus qu'une seule option pour ce genre de table, et l'Irlandais prend bien son temps. Il est très appliqué, il l'a été toute la semaine, il a l'air vraiment déterminé. He looks very determined.
He does indeed, yes. He knows this is a huge opportunity. I mean, just to make the final, you know, it's such a big tournament with so many players involved. You know you've got to make the most of this.
big occasion for him.
Absolutely, absolutely. He's identified, obviously, the red below the black there is one problem that he's got to try and deal with, which he's tried to get on this while there's a couple of other reds on the table, because this gives him options.
Do you think he can play the ball near the black now?
He can, but I don't know if he will, because it's a bit of a bigger cut than what he really wanted. So what he'll probably try and do, if he can pop this one in the middle and get the white back somewhere near where it is now, it'll be a better angle for him. Well, I'm a little bit surprised at this. Unless he's on it, he doesn't look like he is.
He hasn't got a good angle on this red ball in the middle now. He's going to be forced to make the cue ball travel if you want to get through of this.
Yeah, he's going to have to play a big shot here either way. If he pots the ball in the middle, then obviously he's got to bring the white up and down the table, and he's got to get so precise on that red. This is going to be quite a hard shot to play.
Big top spin.
Never liked it, to be honest.
Maybe he missed the top spin. He stopped the movement quite quickly.
Yeah, he did.
The cue ball didn't accelerate.
No. It wouldn't have been so bad if he'd have caught the yellow on the left-hand side. It would have actually helped him, because it would have thrown the white wide, and with the side on, it might have kicked round the two cushions.
Yeah.
But he's hit it full ball. Now he can still see the red here, so now what he's going to have to weigh up is maybe a full-length double.
Cushion.
That's the only
Double.
shot I can see.
Oh my God. Oh.
Bit of excitement for us all there. How to be lucky and unlucky in the same shot.
He has been happy half a second. Maybe
Yeah.
1 second.
I think
of
you're right,
happiness.
yeah.
2-1.
2-1 at the moment.
And I'm still waiting the scores of the other tables, but
Yeah, there has been a couple of frames finished in the other finals, but we are not aware of the score at the moment, and as soon as we are, we will bring you up to date.
merci. Je dis merci bien sûr à Ramon parce qu'il vient de faire un petit plan de nous deux et ça me fait bien plaisir d'être avec ce monsieur. Hello everybody. Hi France. Hi Wales. Hi Holland. Hi Australia, New Zealand, India. And I'm gonna... I know you love me, Keith, but I'm gonna leave you and let you with Lee Kendall.
Okay.
You've got some water here if you want. And I see you later.
Yes, okay.
Just before the end of the match, I will be back. Everything is okay for you?
Yes, everything's fine. Thank you. I'll be fine, yeah.
Je vais donc laisser ma place à Lee Kendall avec, qui va commenter avec son compère, son vieux complice, Keith Brewer. Two old good friends now in commentator, and I see you just after I will be back. Thank you everybody.
Just to bring you up to date with the scores, Kirsty Davis from Wales is winning 3-0 against Katie Martin. Ben Welfare 2-1 up against Kyle Murphy. Steve Chambers 2-0 up, John O'Mahony of Ireland. And Giuseppe Di Perio of England, he's 3-2 down to Josh Kane of England. All right, so you're up to date with the scores there from the other finals.
So what's been happening, Keith? I've missed the start of the match.
Well, the little bit of excitement in the last frame there, when Dylan didn't have really much of a shot on his last red, and he banked it up and down the table, hit the black, fluked it in the middle, and fluked the black in the top pocket at the same time. So a little bit of everything going on for us there. But there's been a few misses, to be fair, actually. Carl Sutton's missed a few balls that I'm quite surprised at so far. I think they're probably, they're both so attacking, and I think they're just trying to push the game a little bit sometimes. You know how that can be, and they've just missed the odd ball.
Yeah, and it's a big final for both of them. I'm not sure Dylan's pedigree, but certainly Carl is looking to win his first major tournament, and hopefully today will be the day he does it, because he's a class player.
Yeah, it's actually amazing that he hasn't won a major so far. Has he not won one of the tours or anything like that, Lee, so far?
No, he's won the National Amateur, he won the Staffs Masters, but on the international side he hasn't. I think he's actually won the Nations Cup, but there was only a small field there where there's three nations there. But on this scale, you know, this would be his biggest title, I would say.
Yeah. Like you say, for a player of his class, it's a massive opportunity.
Yeah, there's not many biggies nowadays to play in, so this is a title he'll really want to win. So we've got a bit of a tactical game going on.
I don't see Dylan play that many tactical games from what I've seen. Even when they seem to be tied up somewhat, he seems to be pulling out finishes from somewhere.
Yeah, it looks like he's come from a snooker background where yourself and I have come from knowing the old EPA rules, where you learn the tactics. It's more of aggression for Dylan. But looking at the table, you have to say Carl is a strong favourite in this frame to level the match up. Just needs to work out what he's going to do with the other three yellows, which aren't over the pockets.
So someone just finding out here that Dylan has only been playing pool for 3 years now. He does look like a snooker player. I think like what Lee says, you know, sometimes when you see a player queue up, their cue action seems to be a bit of a giveaway.
Yeah, technically he's very strong, isn't he?
He looks very confident at the table. I was just saying before, when he's walking around the table there, I like the way that he approaches. He doesn't rush into his shots, does he? He does weigh up all his options. There's so many players that play quick and open don't do that.
Yeah, and he doesn't really give a lot away as well. He's quite calm. If he's played a good shot or a bad shot, he's still got the same emotion on his face. But you will see Carl, you see he does tend to strut around the table when playing well, and then you get the odd reaction when he's made a mistake, so more of a heart and sleeve guy. Yeah, you can't really blame him for potting that ball there. Gets it out of the way. He's still covering both pockets at the bottom with the yellow balls. I don't think Dylan is as strong as Carl on the tactics, so you'd expect him to win this battle.
You'd expect him to win the battle, I suppose. Yeah, you're right. And looking at the table, yellows are immensely strong, but we both know there's ways of turning this round if you play the right shots. The only thing I don't like about when you roll a red in like that is now he's got 2 shots, hasn't he, to get the reds over the yellows, which is what we'd be trying to do. And you're taking it into a match play situation where all you can do really is defend.
Yeah, will he play the same type of game there? Because I think he'd like to try and get him open.
I think sometimes, Lee, as you know yourself, you're forced, aren't you? You're forced. Your hand is forced.
Yeah, and he won't want to get bogged down. It's not the way he's got to the final anyway.
He looked pretty impressive in the semis. I don't know how much you saw of it. I saw a few frames, and some of the clinical finishes he took out were impressive.
Yeah, I saw just a little bit more than yourself because we've been playing all day. But yeah, the part I saw from the back end of the match, you know, he probably made one mistake, and he played really strong, and he had a big support behind him, which is obviously geeing him on, which Carl will have to deal with. It's not like a normal tournament when you play international pool where you're playing on your own. There's nobody shouting or cheering. You get the rest of your teammates cheering you on, and it adds that little bit of pressure to you.
Yeah, it is a different atmosphere, isn't it, from normal events?
And you see Carl just move the yellow and the 8-ball out, trying to open the game up. Keeping the cue ball well away from the red, so he can't do what you said, Keith, cover the yellow up.
Not quite what he wanted. Wanted to cover up the yellow. Might be looking to cover one of them up completely, buy a bit of time, maybe a DF somewhere, get himself back into the game, because at the moment yellows are going nowhere.
Yeah, I'm sure Carl will just be wanting to get the 8 into the open, along with the 2 yellows which are behind the 4 reds. And once those are open, the game's all over. But here's a cover shot he's playing. It wouldn't be the end of the world just to move that back away, would it?
Not really, no.
Come off the cushion, move the red back to the back cushion. The only thing Dylan could do is try and put it back again, but I think certainly the shot that we were playing. Carl's deciding to come off and play the other yellow, the one he's bridging near. So he's freed another yellow ball. There's still 2 tied up, different ones now. The one over the pocket with the red on top of it, and one near the 8-ball spot. I haven't heard them shout 30 seconds. Are they not timing the final?
That's a good point. I haven't heard it either. But they are. They've got a separate timekeeper over at the side there. So they are.
He's just come out from behind the referee.
Just in case any of the viewers are watching and thinking, why has he just put that yellow over on the rail? Well, obviously that's so he can play it down onto the yellow that's over the corner pocket. The yellows are actually got game on very shortly, so Dylan's got to play a good containing shot here.
And what he did as well, Keith, he left the cue ball right up against the red, so there's not a lot he can do with the 2 balls he's closest to. Yeah, he's had to clip off the one he was close to. Carl can do a similar shot to what you suggested, but with the other yellow ball now. He could push the yellow over and move the red to the other rail. I'd be surprised if he didn't, because he couldn't play the DF back because the yellow would be too far over. So play the yellow, move the red over to the cushion, and have 2 balls over that pocket and total control. Playing that shot now, he's played it hard. Now that surprised me that he's gone attacking. You can see the 8 baller still tied up on the side rail by the red. I think if he played the cannon with the one by the middle, it would probably still stick to the rail. So now he's back defending again. Doesn't want that to drop, and it stayed. The only benefit there, he's got the reds out the way, hasn't he? But I think both of us would have just dropped the yellow in, and then you control. You can still make the plant whenever you want. His ball's stone dead, and once your ball would have been stone dead, you could play the black out directly.
Yep.
You know.
So really, it's all about the black at the moment. If he can get that into play, he's got the finish next time.
Well, if he can get through to the black now, wouldn't surprise me if he didn't just bring it off.
I suppose it just depends how he feels now.
I just don't think he needs to go, Keith.
The only way you can lose is to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Because reds just cannot win this frame. He's not even got reds over the yellows. There's nothing there to defend.
Kamikaze for me. From total control to having a chance at the finish, but could lose a frame now. He's going to continue attacking, isn't he? So
Well, yes.
Dylan will be over the moon.
But sometimes this is where players that want to play it in an aggressive manner can lose frames, isn't it? This kind of situation, like you say, all he had to do was sit there. He's won the frame. If he just waits a little bit longer, and now he's got to get it.
Well, he could have gone with 4 balls over the pocket, couldn't he? Bring the other yellow out, bring the black out. And now he's chasing a finish when he was in total control. Madness. Especially at 2-1 down. You think you'd want to make sure of the frame.
Well, he's played an in-between shot there. The only thing I can think he's going to do is try and make the yellow into the top pocket and take the double on. But like you say, he's having to chase a big finish now.
Is he looking to play in the other pocket, Keith, and make the cannon, bring the yellow off the side rail? Well, he's brought the yellow off, like I said. No frustration banging the table, but he missed a pot in the top right-hand pocket. May have been fortunate to keep him off the 3 reds. Can't quite see if he can get through to the one he's looking at now. Don't get me wrong, reds have got to put out a really good finish if he can get through to that one, but he's certainly in a stronger position than when the last time he came to the table. As you can see, he can clearly get through to the red. There's a cue ball gone. It's gone absolutely horrible. can't really see how he can get out now. He can only get through to the far red. And yes, he can pot the middle after, but where did the next two reds come from? And he's played the pot there and missed it. Do you think it'd be better just bringing the yellow out and sending the white up the table? I can't see how he can get out. If he pots it, he's got to take the one over the bottom left-hand corner and then get back up the table. I think if he just brings it out, he wins the frame next visit. Maybe play the double. Nice, played a great shot. It looks like the 8 ball does go into the centre, so that was a free go, wasn't it, at the double?
Yep, that's a very good shot. Like I said, they like to play aggressive. He's had a bit of a result. It could have gone wrong, because when he's fell over on the finish before, he could have been in a lot of trouble coming back to the table. But to be fair, he really didn't put Carl under any pressure. He's just waiting for the ladies on the next table.
Oh dear. Right. Back at the table is Carl Sutton. A great chance to level the matchup. Just needs to be careful now. It's sometimes tricky to get position with the ball hanging over the pocket. Needs to clip the yellow ball in, let the cue ball drop into the middle of the table.
I suppose he felt he couldn't really get much closer. He's just happy to have the shot at it. He shouldn't miss it, Lee, to be fair, should he?
No, that's all he could do. He didn't want to risk going into the red. So it's a black he'd get 9 times out of 10.
So we have a tied game from 2-0. Carl somehow has got his way back into this. Somewhat with the help of Dylan, it has to be said, in frame 3. But a dominant frame there, I thought, Lee. You know exactly what you need when you're 2-1 down.
Yeah, if every frame goes like that, you're happy, aren't you?
Of course you are.
Both bags covered. Dylan was always sort of chasing. Carl did give him a slight opportunity, but fortunately when he missed, he didn't leave the cue ball in a good position, then Dylan didn't get back in position. So, a good frame to win. So who's your money on, Keith? Who do you fancy to win the title?
Do you know, this has got to be one of the hardest ones to call, I think I've seen for a long time. You have to say, I suppose, Carl was slight favourite for me, because he's been around a bit longer, and you expect, if it comes to a match play situation, I think he's got the edge. I suppose that's the only way I could separate the two. But if Dylan keeps on clearing up like he has through the rest of the tournament, he's got every chance, I think.
Yeah, I think it's because it's a big match of both players. It could be an edgy one and it could go either way, but like you say, the bookies would probably have Carl as a slight favourite coming into the match. You see Michael Fortune on the text asking for updates on other matches. Keith, if you can see from there, if you can update, please.
I can tell you that Giuseppe is now 4-3 up on Josh Kane. Steve Chambers is 3-1 up. John O'Mahony. Ben Welfare 3-2 up against Kyle. Kirsty Davis is 4-1 up on Katie. And then, of course, on our match table with 2 apiece, tied game.
And Katie's just pulled another one back, so that'll be 4-2. Carl's decided to cover the pocket. I think he has left him a go at the finish, though. It is possible to get the finish from here. I'm sure Dylan will be having a go at it. 2 awkward yellows near the pocket where Carl's just covered.
In his other matches, Lee, these are the finishes he's been taking out. You know, what ones where you look at the balls and think, well, surely you're not going to get these, and then he's had his cue ball on a piece of string.
There's a bit more tension in this one, don't there? He knows this one's for the title, so, you know, can you keep getting these big finishes?
Well, there has been a few misses from both players in the first few frames.
So maybe the one who just pulls the strings back a little bit and takes control will probably be the stronger in the match.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think if one of them just tightens up and a bit of match play comes in, and this is where I think Carl just might have the slight edge.
And to be fair to Carl, that's what he did first shot. Wanted to drop to red over the pocket and said, off you go, Dylan,
yeah.
See if you can get him. All the yellows are in the open, but the problem is you've got the 8 ball blocking 2 of the yellows, you've got 2 reds in the middle of the 3 yellows, so they're all there, but a lot of work to be done. Well, he's played a pot there, trying to develop the gap, move the 2 reds out of the way. It's not come very good. He can still take the yellow to the top corner, but going away from his work, and perfect for Carlson, you would say. Clearing the way for the reds.
Played into his hands a little bit, as you were saying before. I think I'd have rolled it over the pocket there, Leo. I think I just rolled the yellow over the bag, sustained it where the black is, and just held back for another shot.
And I think that's where tournament winners who've won lots of tournaments know when to go, when not to go, and, you know, not force something that isn't there. You know, we've all won big tournaments up and down the country, around the world. You know, this is a big step for both players here to take a major title, so just start to think a little bit. Like you say, the likes of a Mick Hill would be covering the pocket there and just taking control. Doesn't matter how good a player you are, you still have to play the table you've got. You see Carl just looking, so that the red does go past into the middle. He's just got to get his cue ball where his tip is now. Probably on and off the cushion. Looks pretty good. Pretty good. Shaking his head, he's a bit short on it, but he's got a shot. And whilst he's got the 2 yellow balls near the red pocket, there's a little bit of extra pressure off the finish, isn't there?
Absolutely, yes.
A good shot. 1 long pot required to take a 3-2 lead. Nice, strong pot. Simple work to be done now.
I can quickly tell you that Katie Hendrick has pulled another frame back in the ladies' final, 4-3. Exciting game over there.
McCall takes the lead for the first time in the match. He's been playing in the England A this week and he's finished top of the team averages and he's finished joint top of the overall averages, so he's been our best player and rightly so, he's in the men's final. There's a lot of England players playing throughout the arena. I think most matches are covered by England players. There's an Irish lad there in the under 23s, it looks like. It's a young lad. And Giuseppe playing the final against Josh Kane. That'll be a close one to call. And you've got England, Wales in the ladies' final. See the referee struggling to get all the balls touching, that's why we've got a delay. He looks happy now though. After his semi-final, Dylan was crying, so it means a lot to him. So I think he needs to keep his emotions in check if he's going to get back into this match. It was a big match for him against John Ray.
Well, he certainly started off from where he'd finished his semi-final, but really he missed an opportunity his finish to go 3-0, and then after knocking the black in, he hasn't been the same person for me.
But he's got a good split here. Choice of reds or yellows. Either one looks good. Probably slightly favour the reds. Nice little control shot here. If he can drop down the bottom end of the table and land with the choice of the two reds, there's a great chance of taking the finish out. The 8 ball will be going into the centre pocket. Dylan's just checking the time. Doesn't want to run too far and end up on the bottom cushion. That's exactly what he's done.
That's a very loose shot, Lee, for me, that, because he had quite an area to fall into. Quite an area.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he might be able just to get a little bit of side on and still take the one in the top left-hand corner. Thanks to Aiden, it's Kyle Murphy who's in the under-18s, not the 23s. I think Giuseppe's in the under-23s. Under-23s, under-27s, he's been around forever, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, yeah. Well, when he's due to drop out the under-23s, they'll move it up to under-25s.
Probably. Mistake there from Dylan. It's up to Cole now to just take this match by the scruff of the net whilst the mistakes are coming. It's important to pounce, isn't it, Keith, when you can see a few chinks in the armour.
And that is what he's just shown there as well for me, because the Reds were very nice after the break.
Then the presentation will start at 7:30.
Obviously there's a lot more work to do on the yellows, but you're just happy to be at the table having a go.
Inside the building there, that will be followed by the banquet and disco.
Yeah, he'll have a choice of either bringing the yellow out here or the 8 ball, whichever he chooses. Decided to bring the yellow out. Just got the one on the rail on the left hand side cushion, which you'll need to get on a nice angle. Probably leave that to his last ball, Keith, so he can just take the 8 ball down to the corner. It's fine because he can drop that in, play the other one, run off the rail, back over. Surprised he didn't run through a bit further through there, Keith, and he could have just topped through off the side cushion. Now he's got to screw back and needs to land perfect.
Yeah, that's where we'd have left a defining angle, wouldn't we, to make sure the white comes across off the cushion to get right behind it. Now it doesn't look like he can.
It looks like he's playing for the double, which really does surprise me.
Well, he must have been absolutely dead straight on it, Lee, so he obviously decided just to stop the ball, take the double. If he gets the double, he knows he's got a good shot at the black.
Just the other way, if he would have drawn it back, if he misses the yellow, he's got the pocket, and then he's going to take the black down the rail. If he misses the black, he's got the pocket again. And we're looking where the Reds are. Now if he misses a double, he could be dead.
Well, that's definitely the way I think most players would have played it. And I think he's just played a slightly careless shot when he's potted the yellow into the middle. Should have made sure he left the angle, really.
They're waiting for the ladies again, and Katie's got a chance here to make it 4-all. Red over the pocket, bring the cue ball out into the middle of the table. It's pretty good. She's absolutely plumb straight on the black. All of a sudden, there's a match on.
Well, what a final that's turning into. 4-0 to 4-all.
Is it best of 11, the ladies, Keith?
As far as I know, it is, but I'm not 100% certain. He's got the double. This is all about cueing now. He looks pretty straight in on the black, so he's just got a little stop shot, if nothing else. Don't think we'll see him rolling it. We tend to like stunning these in. Perfect.
A little wiggle of the cue telling you that he's confident and he's pleased with his work.
I think he's been let off the hook here, and it can be a dangerous animal in that situation. I think aggressive players, if they're under the cosh a little bit and you've let them off the hook, they can be very dangerous.
Yeah. I do think it's the right style that Carl wants for the final. He wants somebody to be going for the shots. He doesn't want someone to bog him down and get into tactics, so he can drop the odd safety in and he'd have the upper hand tactically over Dylan.
Which is what we said before, slightly better match play person in that respect, and which gives him a slight edge. I mean, for Dylan to win after the break there, he's got to be taking the finish out. It wasn't really that hard on the Reds. He only potted one.
Yeah. Well, it's a big break from Carl. I'm sure he would have preferred to be on the red balls, but I'm not sure if he can get through to one. You've got a couple of pairs of balls of yellow, 2 at the top, 2 at the side rail. Obviously it's easy to pot a yellow ball, but if you look at the red balls, they're absolutely gimmies. So you might see Cole just clip in behind here, Keith, and just wait for a better opportunity.
I was thinking the same, Lee. I was thinking if I was playing here, I think I wouldn't want to give the reds up because they're so much stronger than the yellows here. Elected to nominate the yellows as we said he might, and just rolled in behind for the snooker. I think if Dylan can just make sure he gets out and hits a red, I think he's slightly favourite in the frame.
Yeah, should he be able to get to the top? Oh, he's tapping him behind. I'm not convinced with that shot, Keith.
No, me neither. Straight away I'd be looking to see if I can get the yellow up to the top pocket where the reds are. Doesn't have to do it in one shot, he's got 2 shots.
Yeah. So just be dropping the cue ball out.
Well, it looks like maybe he's going to put him just straight back in the snooker. So back as we were.
Doesn't look like there's a lot of room between the cushion and the yellow ball. If he can get through that gap, it's an easy hit, because you can see there's 3 reds. Off any angle he'd come off that way, but I'm not sure if there's room out of there.
I don't think I'll be wanting to play the white up the table, what he's looking at.
They don't plant though, Keith, so if he gets a white up the table, he isn't really going to leave a shot though, is he? What's he in off?
Unless you do that.
Oh, careless. Well, the reds were easy before. Sorry, the yellows were easy all but 2. Now with 2 shots, the yellows become easy. Can make the plant first shot.
I just didn't like him playing out the snooker. I just don't think he needed to do it. I think if he just tapped him in again, he was going nowhere.
Well, he did it first time and let Carl open him up. He may as well just let him open a bit more, hasn't he? That's a good strong pot from Cole. Just needs a good cue ball now. If he can get the cue ball on the right hand side cushion after this shot, showing you where he wants to leave it. The window between the red and the cushion. With 2 visits, you'd fancy him to take him out. It's a cue ball to bounce a little bit. He's okay. Another ball off the cushion, he would be light. Another couple of, about 2 inches up, he would have been perfect. But he can just drop the long yellow in. Oh, nice cannon. Good shot from Cole. Using the yellow to hold the cue ball. Back up for the top yellow. All the work's done in this frame. 5-2 coming up.
Well, what a turnaround from 2-0. And he's clearing up for 3-0 and looking strong.
Yeah, he's taking his time because again he's waiting for the next table, the ladies. He's back in. Surprised he didn't stop the cue ball when he was there. Hopefully he isn't straight. Should have an angle just to punch up. Good shot. Little swagger around the tables back. So it's a best of 15 match. 5-2 to Sutton. You see Cole smiling in the background. He's by the trophies at the minute. Doesn't want to touch him, to give himself any bad luck. I know we've got Venom on later, Keith, to do the trick shots. I'm sure everybody's looking forward to that. Not sure if it's going to be streamed or not.
Well, I think we've all seen a lot of stuff on YouTube and Facebook of this guy. I'm sure it's going to be quite a show he's going to put on for us. Is the exhibition on one of these tables or on American type table?
Well, what they've done, if you look behind the crowd, if you get chances, a 9-ball table being put in.
I thought as much. I thought maybe that would be the case. Because all of his trick shot shows are done on the American type tables.
Yeah, with the heavier balls, you'd know the weight of the balls and the same size wide. I think it's only a 7 or an 8 foot table, certainly not a 9 foot table. I know all the lads are quite happy because I don't know if he's brought his girlfriend or the girl that does the trick shots with him. Apparently she's a pretty girl, so I'm sure all the lads will be out, if not watching Venom, they'll be watching the young lady at the table.
Anyway, getting back to the main match, 5-2 for Carl. From what you've seen, Lee, any way back for Dylan or not?
If the pattern continues, no. I mean, Poole can change with a couple of different breaks where he makes a ball, cue ball in the middle of the table. He's still playing well enough to get back in the match, but this frame is a vital frame for Dylan. So I don't think the match is over, but I think this is a key frame. 5-3, 6-2, massive.
Well, last time he broke off, it was an awesomely good break. Didn't make the most of it. Really needs it this time.
He didn't seem to put a lot of power in that, Keith. He seemed to just pump the balls in the open.
Just made sure of a good solid break.
Because most snooker players or players who come from a snooker background don't tend to have a good break, do they? They tend to keep the shape on the cue action and just punch the balls open. That looked exactly what Dylan did. You watch a 9-ball player break and there's all body moving, head going, a big rev up and a jump at the end, don't they?
That's right, yes. What you fancying, reds or yellows?
I prefer reds, but I'll go yellows.
Because he's got the easy opener.
Yeah. Oh, it's nasty.
Well, he's obviously played this for the middle, so he fancies the job. Maybe if he makes this ball, it's all there. He's feeling good at the moment, that's for sure.
Good shot. The 8-ball does go in a few pockets, slightly guarded by the red ball. So he'll need a good positional shot to get back on the 8-ball. Just needs to pick which yellow he wants to leave till last.
Right, I'll just try and give you a couple of quick score updates, because I know you all want to know. Giuseppe's now 5-4 up on Josh. Steve Chambers 5-2 up on John O'Mahony. Ben Welfare 4-3 up on Kyle. Kirsty Davis, as you know, that's 4 apiece that match. And of course now back to the men's final.
Aidan Jones asking what the prize fund is. I'm not sure what the total prize fund is. I know last year it was €4,000 to the winner. I think they've had a similar amount of entries this year, so I'd imagine it'd be a similar first prize.
Well, Carl is looking stronger and stronger by the frame now. And as Lee was saying before, this is such a big frame. And after the dry break, he's really punished him. He's took the balls out very well so far.
Yeah, he just needs to make sure he's on the low angle to this yellow ball here. He doesn't want to get straight. He's made sure he's low. Made sure he's very low, I think. He's made a slight error of judgment there. He didn't want to be this thin onto the yellow to the centre.
Well, he's played the white with just side and no screw whatsoever, and he was hoping that the cue ball would just do the work for him, and it hasn't on this particular occasion. He's still got a cut.
Yeah, I think he's slightly pulled out the shot, and he probably felt a little bit edgy on it. And draw the cue ball on this. Oh, he's gone up and down twice. Not hard enough. Not hard enough, I don't think. Well, does the 8 ball go in the bottom right hand corner? It passes, but whether he can get to the potting angle on the 8, I'm not sure.
I think from what I can see, Lee, I think there is enough room, but the red that's right next to the black could be in the way. He needs to make contact with the black in such a way. He can't see all of the pocket.
I think he's going to play with a bit of side and then just spin it in. Playing the double, I think. Well, that's a massive let-off, all from a careless shot. I was thinking before he played the positional shot, with 2 yellows left, whether he'd pot it and just run across to the other side of the table, because then you're guaranteed to have the angle, and you're probably going to be on, closer to your work than you need to be, really. Well, there, it was a tentative little drag with side, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. I think. You need to stun down at least a foot there to make the angle that he wanted, and he's tried to just play it with side, and he hasn't really gone through with the arm properly.
No.
The side hasn't even taken.
That's why I think he should have just topped through off the one cushion and made sure he was low that way, and he would have been a lot closer to it. Well, he's asking the referee if it's a total snooker. Looks very close, but if I had a hunch, I'd say it was a total snooker. But either way, he is stone dead, isn't he? If there's a gap, Keith, do you rattle the white in the jaws and try and bump it along the back rail?
It's an option. It's definitely an option.
Looking at that shot now.
I think the problem is, Lee, that if you play any kind of a foul here, you really do fancy Dylan will probably clear up. So why not give it a go?
So he's playing the cue ball off the back knuckle, the side knuckle, and trying to pot the 8 ball in the bottom right hand pocket. Oh, good effort. In an exhibition, you get them every time, but in a match, you never get them.
He's played it at a good weight, though, hasn't he? It's not like he's gone over it. He's played it at a controlled pace. Probably thinking that if he got some kind of contact, he might at least get it in the pocket.
Yeah. But you just see Dylan now bring the red off the side cushion on the right hand side. Probably leave the cue ball similar to where the red is, so he can take the red into the top right hand corner next. And a similar shot, promoting it up the table. It's good enough.
Well, it's a must finish, isn't it? If you've got any chance to come back into this match, you've got to be taking these out. They might look easy, but you're under a lot of pressure.
Well, he's let his cue ball travel a little bit, but he'll get these, Keith. I'm quite sure he'll take this finish out. In the ladies' final, Katie's just played a really good shot, potted a last yellow ball into the middle. So she's got a big shot here on the 8 ball. Shot she should make. It's probably 8 or 9 out of a 10 chance. I think that's to take the lead, and it keeps to go 5-4 up if she
I'm
gets
pretty
it.
sure it is, yes.
She missed it. Oh, that's a bad shot. I think she took too much time on that. She's sort of very deliberate on it. So back in the men's final, Dylan's played safe. He must have played a poor pistol shot to land there, but you leave Carl a chance to come off one cushion and promote the 8 ball over the pocket. Or was he looking at going off 2? Can he get enough side on it? Well, Kiersey's just played a poor shot there as well, so 2 balls left in the ladies' final. Katie on the black, Kirsty on the red. That's a great shot by Cole Sutton. What a shot. 2 cushions, push the black towards the pocket and put the pressure back on Dylan. That's all because he didn't get the finisher when he was at the table, Keith. He's given him a shot and now he's back under it. Be forced to take the red into the middle.
Well, the last 2 frames that Dylan has broke, he should have won them both. This is obviously one of them, and the one before, and both times he's struggled to put any pots together.
Are you taking the pot into the middle, Keith, or you're defending?
I think I'm defending.
I think I'm attacking. I think I'm taking the pot in the middle. Because if you defend, you're only going to be in the same position again. If he just jacks up, pots out, got the red to the middle. I think if he wanted to defend, if he didn't play a real Loctite shot, he was going to be in trouble the next visit. Well, on the ladies' final, it's a bit edgy. A couple of mistakes either way, but still 4-all. Paul, the answer to your questions, I'm not too sure what the date is. I think it's around about the last week of June, first week of July. That's a normal time. I think it normally around about the 28th of June to about the 8th or 9th of July. But it's that sort of time. You can check on the Eepf website. The dates will be on there. It's also on the EPA website. Well, Dylan's made a meal of these again. He's now left with 2 on the cushion. He's going to attack into Keith. He can't defend because he'll knock the black over if he snookers him, so it'll be a double. Doesn't want to be straight. Well, it's a good shot. Needs a good red now. I think if he makes a red, he'll be close to the black, but he should be okay.
Yeah, he's got a good angle on this, so he hasn't got to pump it, as he's just a nice cue action here. If he makes the pot, he's definitely on the black.
A good last 2 reds from Dylan there. Nice double and a good long pot down the cushion. Keeps him in the match. I don't know if Dylan's asking if he can have another break or whether there is an interval in the match. I think our referees just said, no, you've had one break, that's all you're allowed. But now Dylan's put his cue away. We will find out.
Well, there certainly has been a few twists and turns, especially in that frame. It looked for all certainty that Carl was going to win that and go 6-2. One positional mistake, and he's let Dylan back in.
Another good break from Carl. Still got a cluster of balls around the 8 ball, but he's made a ball. Choice of colours to go for. Your turn this time, Keith. Which way are you going for, reds or yellows?
I think this depends how much you really want to attack here. I think it's probably reds for me. He's gone a little bit further than what he wanted to. He wanted to be straight in on this. But I think all the reds do pot. It's just that one or two of them only go into the odd pocket. So it's a positional exercise required.
A good strong pot there from Carl Sutton. Nice flick off the red on the right hand side. It looks like all the reds are in open position. There are pockets for each of them. You see that the red in between the 8 ball and the yellow ball will go into the centre. He's right on that one now. Good shot. When potting this one, he'll be drawing the cue ball back into the yellow. Oh, that one nudge. Now he's just showing you on with his cue where he wants the cue ball to be. If he gets there, the frame's over. So I'll be running this in with a bit of right hand side over to the side cushion. Absolutely perfect. Just wants to be able to just run through a little bit. He's getting close to his work here, so he might have to just play a little flick off the 8 ball if he can't drop it dead weight.
I was just thinking that myself. He's not straight in as he wanted to be.
He's looking to play the cannon, I think. Yeah, just showing you there a few pots of red. Quarter ball cannon on the 8 ball, so it goes into the bottom right. So it needs a delicate one here. Well, he's been lucky, and he's just held his hand up. Very fortunate, because he's played the 8 in the bottom right, and he's landed for the 8 ball in the bottom left. Lucky man. Hand up again to say sorry. I don't think he's too sorry about it. He's quite relieved to get that frame, to get a 6-3 lead.
Yeah, was just acknowledging that he had a very fortuitous kiss there, indeed. He was looking to cannon the black for the other pocket. Didn't get it quite right. It finished on the opposite. So 6-3 the score. I can tell you that Giuseppe is 6-5 up. Steve Chambers 5-2 up on John O'Mahony. Ben Welfare is now 5-4 down to Carl. Kirsty 6-4 up. And of course back to our men's final. 6-3 for Carl Sutton.
Well, that was a good split, but he lost the cue ball into the side. It's been quite a common thing where the 8 ball has been surrounded by balls, isn't it?
It has indeed, yes. The ladies' final has just finished. Kirsty Davis wins 7 frames to 4.
Ladies singles champion from Wales, Kirsty Lee Davis.
Good opening pot from Cole. Just develop the area where the 8 ball is. I'm just checking there to see if the 8 ball goes in the bottom left hand corner. I think it does. He's going to be running off 2 cushions here. He just needs to avoid the yellow on the middle of the table. Don't get too close to that. He's flipped one of them. And come okay. Slightly the off angle. Cole's topped the one into the right hand pocket with a bit of side. Not quite come far enough. You have to take the bottom ball now. Probably still slightly favour the playing the clip down the cushion because he can come off 2 cushions and land roughly where he is now, and that being a good position for the 8 ball. Missed it.
So that little kiss that he got on the yellow has ended up costing him the finish. As you say, when he was trying to clip it in and go round the back of the yellows, just needed to miss the clip altogether. I still expected him to make the ball up the cushion, to be honest. Big opportunity for Dylan now. If he can get this finish from here, 6-4, you're still in the game.
Yeah, it's the first 2 shots, and if he can pop this one, get a nice angle on the one down the cushion. He's a little bit short on where I would like to have been in my shot. He just like stun over him when he screwed it, didn't he?
Yeah, he needed to be a little bit straighter on this, didn't he?
Maybe forced to take the one in the middle now. I think I'll be taking the one in the middle, run round 2 or 3 cushions and get yourself back roughly where you are now, but closer to the rail. Then when you take the one down the rail, you've got the one in the middle. So
that's right, and then the finish is pretty much completed. I think you've probably called the better shot, but we're going for a slightly harder pot.
But he's going to be running away when he pots one over the middle going this way. Well, strange choice of shot for me. The one he's going to have to play now, I think he should have played the shot previous.
The only thing I can think of there, Lee, is that these 2 yellows must be a pretty straight plant. into the corner pocket. But like you say, he's gone. He's took the wrong way there. Well, he is looking at the plant, so it is there.
There is a big gap there between the two balls, Keith. It's not a gimme, and then he has to control where the cue ball's going to land, so he's in shape for the plant that he's playing. But he's got to make the yellow ball first. So he's going to play the plant that you mentioned, Keith. Run the cue ball into the 8. Should be okay to land on the ball he's aiming for now next. Well, he's on it, but he's on a thin angle, so his cue ball's going to be travelling, and that red near the 8 ball will be blocking the black to go in the bottom left-hand corner if he comes too far down the table, so he just needs to be careful now. And look, he's going to show you now where he thinks he's going to be. I don't like the shot, Keith.
No, fraught with danger.
I think he's going to be coming off 2 cushions and coming very close to the middle pocket.
Well, big shot coming up.
He's at the middle pocket, he's made the ball. Well, he's unlucky, but in fairness, he was a master of his own downfall there by just taking the balls in the wrong order. So Cole's got 2 visits. Made it in 1. I'd imagine he'll just play it up to the top pocket. In or over. And the under 23s, it's 6 apiece, and they're having a bit of a dispute. I don't know what's happened, but Giuseppe's on the conversation with the 2 referees. Josh is just standing there and trying to find out what's going on. So they've held the match up. I don't know what they're going to do. I think they're calling for the senior referee. And it's a first to 7, so whatever call's made, it's going to be a massive influence on who wins the title this year. Giuseppe's at the table, so it's obviously his visit.
Just to let you know, the junior final is now 5-all. That's Ben and Carl, and Steve Chambers 6-2 up in the senior final.
And Carl Sutton is 1 frame away from taking my crown off me. He's 1 out the next 5 to win this year's European Championships.
I think Dylan will be very disappointed with his performance in the final. When he played John Rowe in the semis, I thought he was breathtakingly good.
that's why I was so surprised about the emotion that he showed just reaching the final. Looked like he was happy to get to the final.
Yeah.
Where, you know, you should be determined, thinking, right, I'm one match away. The emotion shouldn't be there. The emotion should be after you've won the final. So, you know, I think he's took the foot off the pedal a little bit. And thought he's happy with his achievement, but he's achieved nothing until he's won the tournament. Nobody ever remembers a runner-up. So, Carl coming to the table, breaking in the 11th frame. Is this a frame that he takes the title home? Again, a cluster of balls in the middle of the table, not split. And the most important thing, no balls have gone down.
Do you think that's been a deliberate tactic? Breaking off and always leaving a cluster, knowing that Dylan just wants to go off game?
Well, it's a good skill if you can do it, Keith. I just think he hasn't broke well. He has hit him hard, but whether he's given as much as you'd say if he was playing a match where he wanted a real open game, but it's absolutely perfect for him, really. Every time they come in the cluster, let Dylan go and chase the frame. Carl's quite happy to sit back a little bit. He would be sitting in his room before this match thinking how would he like the match to go, and it's a carbon copy of what he wanted. Let Dylan go, wait for my opportunities, take my chances. But Dylan just needs to, like you say, just cover the pocket and then do what Carl's been doing. Develop the balls straight after. Get the bag, bump your balls in the open, then go game. If you're potting 2, 3 and 4 balls and you're left with 3 tied up, you're not winning any tournaments. There you go, he's played the shot. He doesn't want that to drop. That's unlucky. He didn't play to pot that one, he just played to get the pocket. Tends to happen when you're 7-3 down, not so much when you're 7-3 up. Might be forced into having a crash here into the pack. So needs to be careful. The 2 yellows at the bottom of the cluster could plant into the corner. I think that's where the cue ball would be going. Now he's playing the other red. He's played a good shot. Put the red over the pocket.
Do you think Carl will do double the yellow up and down to the other pocket?
Yeah, I think he will. So either that will clip off and go behind the 2, but the right shot's a double it up and down because then you get control. Not
Pretty
quite
good.
got it though, still left a slight gap. But I don't think Dylan can get through to the potted angle on the red nearest the yellow. So
he's looking at playing the 2-ball combination offset plant, crash into the balls and clear up.
As he's saying, taken, good luck. And he hasn't had any luck because he's stuck right on the 2 yellow balls. He's quite happy that the red and the black have gone over the pocket because he's still in control. But his cue ball is glued to the yellow balls.
Well, the priority here is to make sure you hit a red.
That's a good hit. Just be playing the snooker at the top, I would have thought. half ball on the yellow, let the white hide behind the 2 yellows. Well, he hasn't. He decided to double the yellow down and sacrifice a snooker. I think he could have got the same effect with getting the white behind the yellow.
Yeah, could have played it as a 2-in-1 shot there, couldn't he? Well, I can tell you Steve Chambers has just won the seniors event, 7 frames to 2. Well done, Steve.
In the senior event, the 2016 Seniors Individual Champion from England, Steve Chambers.
The shotgun, as he's lovely known in Leicestershire. Dylan's attacking here. He's going to play the red into the centre, play the cannon onto the yellow, try and break the balls into the open. Giuseppe's in for the title. I think he's 1/8 ball away. A simple black in the middle. And Giuseppe D'Imperio beats Josh Kane 7 frames to 6 to take the under-23 title. Congratulations, Giuseppe.
In the under-23 section, the 2016 European Individual Champion from England, Giuseppe D'Imperio.
Well, Dylan's just played a double there. I don't really see the benefit of playing the double. I think he should have played the cut in the middle, and he could have played the cannon to move the yellow and the black apart. Now, I wouldn't say he's dead because he's got the red over the pocket with the black bite, but he just needs to be careful. We'll see how good he is tactically now. Played a good shot there because he can't play the DF back.
But if you're on Yellersley like me, you'd fancy the job. They do come out in the bottom corner.
Yeah, you can play the white in the gap of the rail and the yellow ball and ping the black and the yellow out. Just needs to be careful he doesn't fluke the black in the middle when he does it, because you have to play it with pace to get both balls out. But I'm sure Dylan will be trying to just stop him doing that and push another yellow in there. Try and wedge the 8 ball a bit closer in. Just got to be careful when he does that, he doesn't give him a chance to play the DF and surround it with a couple of yellows and a couple of shots time where he can't get that free ball. Well, that's advanced fudging, Keith.
It certainly is. We know nothing about that.
Well, you see Carl showing you exactly what he wants a cue ball to strike in a couple of shots time. It's difficult because he has got to catch that yellow and black just right, otherwise the yellow ball will stick it where the red is. And I think that's why he's took the yellow at the top, so he can leave the one by the middle, just in case the 8 sort of goes that way. So he's on a good angle to do it now, or we can try and get a little closer. I think I'd like to be a bit closer. I'd probably play the one nearest, like I say, on the brown spot on the snooker table and get me white a lot closer than it is.
Yeah, he's heard you.
I think I would have run that with right hand
With
side.
right hand side off 2 cushions, yeah. Me too.
Just a reminder again, these matches will open the exhibition.
Well, here we go then. This is the shot coming up.
Be careful not to pop the red. Oh, how well's he played that? He's played a brilliant shot and he's been really unfortunate because the 8 ball has stopped him playing the one near the pocket at the bottom. He probably would have been better to leave that one when it was, now the one on the brown spot. He at least would have had a shot. But dreadfully unlucky to land there. Anywhere else really on the table and he's got a shot. Yeah, he's looking now. Can he play the one where he just showed you with his cue? The top one of the 2 yellows in the middle of the table in the bottom right hand corner. I think he'll avoid the cannon. I think he just play it naturally. So it's just the pot. And he's got it. Needs to hold up. Oh, he's fine. Well, he's 4 balls away from taking the 2016 European men's title in Nantes in France. Perfect. It's a good shot. So, 2 shots away. Ooh, he's landing a bit edgy on that one. He's got a thin snick in the middle. He's pulling his arm. He's obviously tightened up on that one a little bit. So, it's a 9 out of 10 black you'd expect him to get for the title, kid. Somebody's just whistled and put him off. They never do it on important shots, do they? This is where the ref should reset the clock, really, and give him...
It is really, yes.
There it is. Carl Sutton, European champion. Congratulations. Commiserations to Dylan Leary. A great tournament. But today's spoils goes to Carl Sutton. Congratulations, Carl.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2016 men's European singles champion, Carl Sutton.
Well, that's all from us in the commentary box. Hope you've enjoyed the final. Thanks very much.